Welcome back, folks. You're looking at a chart of gold on the 1 hour. Let's talk about how the day has evolved and some of the bullish signatures that can be identified on this chart for Monday, right? Start of the new week. So immediately we can see this is a dump for the pump, okay? I only view the market in two ways. It's either a dump for the pump or a pump for the dump, okay? So that's pretty clear that this is a dump for the pump, but let's break this down a little bit further. So let's jump into a 5-minute chart. The first thing that I noticed, okay, when I come in to my trading desk, I kind of want to understand what can the market do, what can the market reach for. Okay, so on Friday's trading, we had a nice move up. This displacement in price left this gap. This is on Friday, okay, inside the New York session. So I've already marked that out on my chart. No guarantee we're going to come back down there, but at least I have it marked on my chart. It's the only gap in this price run from Friday. Okay, it's the only gap. So there are equal lows right there, okay, just above this fair value gap. I've said before, I love fair value gaps where there are highs or lows or liquidity just above or below those fair value gaps, okay? Obviously, no guarantee it's going to come back down here, but if it does, good chance we're going to see some kind of a reaction, okay? So here it's just all choppy, right? But what do we see here? A nice, clear, clean dump down, okay, into this gap. And what time is that? That is a 9:30 p.m. Asia session, okay? We're dumping down. Now, what did I say in my last video? On my analysis video for gold, I said I'm not looking for any shorts. I'm only looking for longs. Okay, so this moved down at 9:30. I'm not looking to short that into this gap. Okay, I'm only looking for longs. May not get it. That's fine. That's what I said. Okay, not necessarily on Monday, but anywhere in the next few days, I'm only looking for long opportunities. Okay, that's what I said. So we get this move down. Okay, and this is now at the end of the hour. Right, this is 10 a.m. start of the new hour, and it's the start of the last hour of the Asia session, which is from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. So in the last hour, okay, what do we see? We see two down candles that takes liquidity, right? All this liquidity is now being taken and into a fair value gap. The only fair value gap in that price. Now there's another one here, okay? But we take all this liquidity and these equal lows, very clean equal lows, into this gap, two down candles and then engulfment, okay? And that is the change in the state of delivery right there, okay? We've engulfed, we've come back down into the fair value gap, okay? Now, I look at multiple timeframes, as I've said, okay? I have multiple screens. You don't need multiple screens. You can jump to your timeframes on this chart. I just like to see it all on multiple screens, right? So at this point, I jump to a 4-hourly chart. Okay, so this 4-hourly chart started at 6 p.m., ended at 10 p.m. Okay, that is the same time here where we have formed these two down candles taking liquidity. Okay, now what do I see? I see a 4-hourly candle going into where? Going into a previous 4-hourly, whoops, I think I've changed something there on the chart. Let me just undo that. There we go. A previous 4-hourly order block. So there's an order block 4-hourly. We've had move closed above, down, right? This is that new, the Asia session starting at 6 p.m. down. 10 p.m. we come into this fair value, not fair value gap, this order block, okay, bullish order block. There is that fair value gap that I had highlighted on the chart, on the 5-minute chart, okay? So everything is moving in alignment with time and price, okay? So you've got to look at what's going on in the market, right? You've got to understand what's happening. What are we doing here? 9:30 dumps down. Where? Into a fair value gap. That there is at the last hour of Asia, but it's also the end of a 4-hourly candle. You go to the 4-hourly chart, and what do you see? You see that 4-hourly down candle is coming into a 4-hourly order block, right there. So there's the 4-hourly candle that's been formed, right? Closing at 10 p.m. into this 4-hourly order block, okay? Then on a shorter time frame, we can see order flow is bullish, okay? We have a Chinese state delivery, okay? Now, at the end of the Asia session, which ended at 11 p.m., what do I see? I posted this on Twitter. I see a hourly 3-bar reversal pattern, okay? Right there, you got your down candle, you got middle candle that wicks in to take liquidity, and then you have an engulfment, okay? So again, I'm getting multiple signatures, right? Multiple indications that order flow is bullish. I posted both of these on my Twitter profile. Here we go. There's a 3 reversal pattern, right? 3-bar reversal pattern on H1 chart, right? On hourly chart, and the 4-hourly order block that's coming to this order block. This is an order block on its own, right? Okay. And you can see if I go to the 4-hourly chart, we trade a buffet, so that now is an order block on its own, okay? Now, a couple of things, okay? On the shorter time frame, as soon as I see this, I'm seeing bullish reversal patterns on the hourly chart, on shorter time frames as well. As I said, on this 5-minute chart, okay, we're seeing bullish, whoops, I keep changing these levels, bullish signatures, order flow is bullish. At this point, I'm thinking, where are we going? My first target is going to be the high Friday, okay? So that's where we see my purple line there. Let me get to the chart, okay? First target, once I identify that we've had this dump and now we're turning around. This dump could have continued to take out these lows, but now we turn around, okay, at a key time and key price. First target is going to be high of Friday, but also have been able to calculate this target, which we have hit, okay? Where was my exit on my last position? Okay, let's have a look. I said on my last closed position, I closed right there, right? That's it there. I've said I've closed. Where's my message? I've closed just below my target, okay? So if there's my target, it's been there from the morning and I've closed just below, okay? I don't always wait for the best target, okay? I like to get my profits just walk away, and we can see we have reached our target. I've got another one up here. Okay, how have I established this blue line? Well, I've shown you this before. Let's go to the 4 hourly chart. Okay, all that is a range expansion of that manipulation. That's the manipulation 4 hour candle. I've just taken that range, expanded that entire range from its high, and I got to 442.5, well, there it is there, 2442.12. Okay, we've hit that target. Okay, I'm done. I've closed all my positions. Okay, so that's all I've done. I have just simply followed what the market's telling me. Okay, initial identification of draw on liquidity down here, equal lows. Okay, into this fair value gap. Okay, no guarantee we're going to get there, but just seeing if we do. 9:30 dumps in, down there, up until 10 p.m., which is that 4 hourly candle. That's my 4 hourly order block going into a 4 hourly order block. Okay, as I've shown you. Okay, they're the things you've got to look at. All you got to look at what's price doing, what's price reaching for, what are my levels, right? This 10 p.m., this finished at 10 p.m., where's it going? Rebalanced level of inefficiency and into a previous 4 hourly order block. This is now a new 4 hourly order block. Okay, what do I see on a 15-minute chart? Let's have a look. Okay, we see that, look, this is a crawl down to balancing what we see here. There's those equal lows. Okay, so if you don't see a fair value gap there, go down to a smaller time frame like what I did on a 5-minute chart. Okay, so we've got a dump. All this is just dumping all day. Then we get a reversal. Okay, now what have I said? Let's have a look at this on a 30-minute chart. That'll be cleaner. Okay, sometimes you've got to look at different time frames to get a better view of what's going on. Okay, so what do we have here? We get this here is bullish, bearish order box. Okay, this is a swing. Okay, I want you to really pay attention to what I'm talking and saying here. Okay, this is a very important lesson. Bearish order blocks, engulfment. What are we expecting? Move back up to there, continue going down. There's liquidity. That's a valid thinking process. Okay, this down candle is the bearish breaker. Order blocks, bearish breaker, engulfment. Up to here. Okay, and down. That's what's expected. Okay, but what happens? We don't go down. Instead, we go up. What does that tell you? Think about that, because this is a very important lesson. What does that tell you when you don't go down from these bearish order blocks? It tells you the bearish signatures are failing. We're not bearish, we're bullish. We go straight through there. Okay, what can you wait for now? We go, I've spoken about this many times. Straight up through there. What can you wait for? This level, right? Buy to sell to buy. We've got to come back to mitigate. What do? We come back to mitigate. And fair value gap. And bullish order block. So many things that tell you order flow is bullish, right? Go back and look at the chart. What's this down movement? Look at the time. That's the London manipulation. First hour of London is typically, or any session, first hour of any session is typically the manipulation, right? So in that manipulation, there's a reason for it to come down. Fair value gap, bullish order block, mitigation block, right? And failed bearish signature. As soon as we get up through those candles, that bearish signature has failed. Therefore, order flow's bullish confirmation is when, or a good expectation is to expect price to reprice lower to fill in, to balance fair value gap coming to the bullish order block and mitigate and stop out existing longs. Let's talk about this yellow line. This is a midpoint, and this level should hold price. What is that? That's a midpoint of the 4 hourly order block. Okay, 4 hourly order block. That's what I've used to calculate this target. So if you take the range of that 4 hourly order block, that's the midpoint, and that's the target. A 100% range expansion gives me that target. I've shown you this before. Just take the range of that, whatever that range is, and predict it from the high up, the same amount, and that is that exact target. Okay, the midpoint of that is this yellow line, and I'll show you a 30-minute chart where our prices, or even on the 1 hour, let's look at the 1 hour chart, prices come straight down there, okay, to mitigate right into the bullish order block. And I also indicated what this is. What is this candle? We open here and immediately come back down to do what? Balance this entire candle. Immediate rebalance and straight back up. Okay, straight back up. I mentioned that here on one of my posts. Let's go to there. There it is there. An immediate rebalance means the next two candles, this is an hourly chart, should be bullish. Right, I've got it there. Okay, what do we see? Hourly chart, here's the immediate rebalance. The next two candles should be bullish. Right to the target. Okay, so lots of things on this that are telling me order flow is bullish. Okay, a lot of valuable lessons and nuggets in this video. Go back, rewind the video, listen to everything I've said, go back and look at this on your own charts. There's a lot more I can talk about on this chart, but I don't want to just bombard you with too many things. You only need one of those things. You only need one of those things. This 3-bar reversal pattern is enough. Okay, this 4 hourly move down into the order block is enough. Okay, this 30-minute back down to mitigate in the manipulation hour of London is enough. Okay, targets are easy when you're down here. Friday's high, first target. Okay, then you can calculate other targets as I've done, as I've shown you. All of my entries and all of my exits have been at key levels. I don't just put a position on and wait for the entire move. That's not how I trade. I put multiple positions on, okay, throughout the day, and I create a trading plan around those, and I just trade in accordance with my trading plan. There were positions that I had long from Friday that I mentioned on my video that I created over the weekend. They said I'm going to hold. I'm holding a position. I'm going to take it off at the high of Friday on Monday. Okay. And I followed that. I did that even though I had a target higher today that I calculated, and I took off positions that were higher. I took off positions at a level higher than the position that I had on Friday. I followed my trading plan. The position that I held over the weekend, I closed at Friday's high, even though I had additional positions, new positions entered on today that I was targeting for higher levels. Okay, because I want to take those profits and lock them in. Okay, so every one of my trades has a trading plan and I follow it. Okay, so I hope the video is useful. Go back, rewind, watch this, go back and rewind, look at the things that I've mentioned and try and identify those same things on your charts. Okay, do it on this chart as you watch my current video when I publish it, but then look for these things in the future on your charts in real time. Hope the video is useful. I will talk with you in a future video.